button. All right, I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready to get into this code. So I got my Stream Deck right here. With my ESP32 and 2 buttons. All right, and now we're gonna head into the code. So let us go in here. So we basically got everything in a main.cpp file. In the first beginning, we are including our headers. We're bringing in the Arduino library, bringing in the USB library, and the USB HID keyboard. Because we're basically going to have the ESP emulate a keyboard to function as our Stream Deck. So like I said earlier, I actually built this with 4 pins, but I need to get some more wires. Dog chewed a lot of my jumper cables. So I got buttons assigned to GPIO 1 through 4, and I'm setting the debounce rate at 30 milliseconds. So for those of you who don't know what debouncing is, when you are pressing a physical spring button like these, it actually oscillates when you press it. So which can cause variance in the reading. So basically want to get rid of that. So we do debouncing. So basically now I have down here, I'm setting an array of UNT8 keys for the button keys. So these are going to be the actual keys that are pressed when I press the button. So I'm going to do F10, F9, F8, F7. And then I got the button labeled. I'm actually not really using this anymore because I had hard-coded what these 4 buttons would be. So one for record, one for stream, and then for my 2 different scenes, but I'm not really using that. And then I have a array of booleans for if these buttons are toggled on and off. We also set a bool for the last reading of the buttons, a bool for the debounce state, and then an unsigned long for the last change time of the buttons. And then we have a bool to toggle on and on the buttons. So in the setup function here, we are setting up the serial loop at a baud rate of 115200. And then we wait for the serial to start and give it a delay. And then we print out that the Stream Deck is actually booting. And then basically we do a loop over the number of buttons and we assign the pin mode to make a pull ups. So you have to press them down to initiate them. And then we set the last readings for other buttons. We just do a digital read. And then we set the debounce state, we set the change time, and then we toggle it off. And then we print out. And then we start the keyboard. So, like I said, up here at the top, we have this USB HID keyboard variable that represents an emulated keyboard for operating systems. So we want that keyboard to start. So when you plug it into your computer, your operating system will read it as such. It'll read it as a keyboard. And then we also initiate the USB. Now for the actual loop. So we're going to grab the time now, and then we're going to go through into the buttons and we're going to read the state of the buttons to see if they've been pressed or not. All right. So if the reading does not equal the last reading, then that means that the button has been pressed. So we're going to change the last change time to now. If now minus the last change times is greater than the debounce rate, and the reading does not equal the debounce state, then we want the debounce state of that button at the time to be the reading. And so that's how we know if it was pressed or released, okay? So if the debounce state is low, that means that the button has been pressed. Then keyboard.press left GUI. So these button commands will actually show it's going to be command plus the F key. So we're hitting the command. So the left GUI on Mac is that command key. Okay. So we're going to press the command key and then we're going to press the F key associated with that button. So it's doing a combo. So it's command plus F10, command plus F9, blah, 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 blah. Then we're going to do a little 10 millisecond delay. and then we're going to release the button. So it's emulating pressing the buttons and letting go. Now, if the button is toggled, so because we're keeping track if the button is pressed or not, right? Then we're going to flip it, and so now it's not toggled, et cetera, et cetera. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. And with these two, or with this logic, now I can do things such as I'm back here, press my button. Hold on here. Oh, there we go. It would help if I had one of my cables came out. So see, if I press my button here, boom, boom. And I can show you, here it is. Boom, boom, boom. And that's basically how you make a stream deck using an ESP32 and a few buttons. If you really liked what you enjoyed, please subscribe, like, follow, leave a comment, and I'm just going to work on some more cool stuff. I think the best way of getting into technology, into coding, into electronics is just build things that you can actually use. This is something that I will be using. I'll be using every time I make a video. I think it's really cool. Let's see, how many lines of code was it? Yeah, 85 lines of code. So, not much, but that's the power of technology. So anyway, like, share, subscribe, Hacker Gang out.